Hey YouTube, how you doing? Kevin here coming at you with a video showing you off my 55 Rancher. This is a Husqvarna, and this thing tacks out at 12,500 RPMs, and it idles at 2,700 RPM, or 2,700. That's what its idle is. I have this engine set up to run a 40-to-1 mix. Typically they run a 50-to-1, a little lean. I don't like to run my saws lean or any two-stroke too lean. 50-to-1 is, I just don't like it. I've always seen issues with them, and as a mechanic, I'd rather have more oil than less. So I built this saw back in the day, piece by piece actually. It's got a lot of crazy oddball stuff on it that you'd find in many, many different years. Like these little badges right here that say Rancher. Those right there were new old stock from the early Husqvarna 50s. See, the 50, the 51, the 55 are basically all the same. Just a slight bore size difference. So I built this thing, and I figured I'd show it off to you guys. I use this thing every now and then. I got all the tools to repair it. All the factory Husqvarna stuff. It stays in the nice little tote there, and I'm right in the living room right now. You can see the Christmas tree. Woohoo! Stockings. So anyway, I'm in the living room right now. Wife's at work, so I figured I'd do this in here. Shh, don't say nothing. And show off my saw. So I put the winter kit onto this one right now because we're into the winter, and we're coming up on storm seasons, and a lot of people don't know that there's actually a winter kit. Like, what are you talking about, a winter kit on a chainsaw? Well, a lot of people like arborists and stuff like that, they know how to operate a saw, but they don't realize that the saw that you can get a winter kit for it. What does the winter kit do, and what is the winter kit? Well, I already put the winter kit on, so I'll show you what it is. Already loosened up the top. You remove your top cover, which is held on with 3 screws. And actually, I'm going to move right out of the way here. Flip this thing around. Okay. Alright, see this air filter right here? This is more of a mesh, like a screen. Really, it's more of a screen than a filter. The original filter looks like this. Okay, this is the one that you would use during the summertime. This is the winter one. It breathes a little easier, and it allows you to open up this little door right here. It just moves like that. And what this does is it takes the heat from the cylinder, brings it through here, and heats up the air going in. So it breathes a little easier during the winter, and there's obviously less dirt, so it helps out. This saw right here has decompression. Some of the early ones it did not, and I put an extra what do you call it there, spike on it, so it has one on the outside and as well as the inside. She's beefed up a little bit. I run a 40-to-1 mix on this, not a 50-to-1. Like I said, I built the saw from scratch. I bought this thing piece by piece, and I've used it pretty much every season. See how nice the muffler is. I take it apart and blow it off every now and then with the air pressure, and just keep it clean. A clean saw is a happy saw, and as you can see on the jug, there is no dirt or any wood in there, or chips, I should say, or dust, because I don't like dust on my saw. Dust on my saw makes me very upset because I know it's going to overheat. And when you buy something or build something, in this case like this, so $500 or $400 saw, you don't want to kill it. So clean saw is a happy saw. Before you do it, blow out your starter and all that type of stuff. And I put the D handle in. That's from an older machine. I think it was either a 40 or a 36 or something like that. It came off a small saw, but I just thought it was cool, so I put it on there. This saw, I put a 20-inch bar on. It's got the replaceable tip. It's got the logger chain. No safety. It's going to be adjusted. And I also am running a sprocket on it. Like, you can replace it. Let's see if I can show it to you. I may not be able to see it. up in there because I got a lot of dust up in there. I gotta clean this out. But let me see if I can. Oh, sorry about the camera moving around on you guys. Trying to do this all freehand here. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it. It sits on. It doesn't have the. I could take the. You can't see it from there, but you can literally take the sprocket off the clutch. So you can change your sprocket out every third or fourth chain, if you will. I basically have 3 chains I rotate on this particular saw. I have a logger chain, 2 logger chains, and a safety chain. It depends on what I'm doing, you know, around the house and stuff. It's got the muffler guard on there. And always, here's what I tell everybody. First things, know your saw. Okay, bring your tools with you so you have the proper tools when you're on the site. Like I have all kinds of things. Carburetor toolkit for doing the carburetors. This gauge right here is for checking the carburetor when it pops open. The needle jet. What do you call it there? And you keep your socket wrenches like this right here. And these right here fit right on here. And make, you know, give them a turn. Make sure they're snug. Because a loose muffler is just not good. Well, let's go over some of the things I have here. This particular tool right here is for removing the crankshaft, for pulling it through. I have the tool that separates the whole casing. I even have the this here. A lot of people don't even know what that is. This tool right here, because I had to buy all these. This tool right here is for pressing in that grommet. This tool right here goes right in there and pops in the grommet. See, I got everything for this thing. You guys have seen this tool right here in some of my other videos. My tachometer there. I got the plug gapping tool. I also have the same, they look like the same type of card. These are just a whole bunch of Husqvarna plug cards, but I have one for the ignition coil as well. It's in the other room. Right there's the adjustment screw. It's got the little rod right here, not rod, but piece that sticks up for indexing. I use these on all kinds of machines. Piston stops. You guys have seen me use those plenty of times. These are here. This particular one blocks off the exhaust port. And then I have the one for the intake port, wherever that one went down there. I think that's in my other room too. Oh yeah, here's one of those grommets right here. That's what the grommet looks like before it's pressed in. I got pretty much all kinds of things. This right here is a tool to push out the piston pins. So the wrist pin for your motor, you put this on there, it pushes it right out. Pretty neat little tool to have. And then this one right here is a really cool one. This is the flywheel removal tool. You screw this onto the crankshaft and you give it a little whack with a hammer on the end here, straight onto it, and the vibration shocks it loose. These are all factory, what do you call it there? Husqvarna stuff. This is a pretty cool one. This right here allows me to hook my air compressor up and put air to the, what do you call it there? Spark plug hole. And this one didn't go to this particular machine. But, I mean, I use this thing on everything. I use this if I have to do a valve job and put pressure to the cylinder, keeps the valves closed, and then you can remove the springs without worrying about ruining your, whatchamacallit there, you know, without using all kinds of specialty tools. What else we got up in here? Crankshaft installation tool, the seal. Get it for a second. Oh, my joints are killing me. This is for a piston ring for this particular motor. You put the piston, put this around the ring, you squeeze it in, it compresses the ring, and you slide it right on the cylinder. Oh, there's the flywheel one I was telling you about. It was up top there. This is the decompression plug, if you want to plug off the decompression. These come with new saws when you buy them. These are just nylon spacers that take up the space of the bar, so you can put the, I got 2 of these. You put this, you take the bar off, and you can put this on there and run the saw without a chainsaw bar, and keep the clutch on there. I got all, you will not believe some of the tools I have for the Husqvarna. This is only a portion of them. This particular tool right here cleans out the bar. Get, you know, right in the groove. Cleans out all the dust and all the dirt. Let's see here. This is a grease gun right here. You put the grease inside this little cap here on the end. And then you can grease the, what is it there? It's a little hole right there for the bar. Push that in there like that and pump it up a couple times. Grease the bearings. Here's a handy little tool right here. Had to make one of these one time. This right here takes off the vibration tools, the anti-vibration, all the mounts. Very good to have. These are extra rubber rubbers. These are here. If you're going to block off the intake, you can literally loosen up the carburetor, slide it in between and tighten up the carburetor, and now you can pressure test the motor without tearing the whole thing down, which is pretty cool. And then I have the adapter to go, which you saw before, going into the cylinder. So this is for the 50 to 55 wrenches, and then this is for the smaller saws, like the 36 and 41s. Pretty neat. Crankshaft seal installation tool. This one here is a, what do you call it? A clutch removal tool to remove your clutch. You slide it over the crank. There's 2 holes. Put that in there and you can turn it off. And this is a crankshaft seal removal tool. So I got the installation tool. You see how it's tapered? Just screws into the saw. And then that one right there, this middle part here, screws into the crankshaft. And does loosens up and takes off that, pops it off. Husqvarna grease for the tip for the bearing. It's an extra cord for my tachometer. A couple of factory wrenches. And a tube. Just a bunch of stuff I have for the Husqvarnas, all the specialty screws for all the block off stuff. Just been doing this for so long, you know what I mean? You kind of tend to have stuff like that kicking around. So I think it would just be a pretty cool video to show you guys about the little bit about my saw that I built. I built the saw about, oh geez, I want to say 2009 I built this thing. And the Husqvarnas are a great brand. I love them. It's a saw that I swear by. Some people swear by still. I'm a Husqvarna guy. A little easier to work on, that's for sure, than the Stills. And it's made in Sweden. Yeah, Sweden. So, Swedish saw. And it's definitely an easy, basic saw. Same as the Johnson Red. Husqvarna bought out Johnson Red. So they got a lot of same characteristics on them. But my primary reason is I know a lot of you guys who loggers out there and you arborists, check your saws, because a lot of them have that little window right there that'll allow the heat from the cylinder to come through here and warm up the carburetor, and that makes it a lot easier, especially during the winter months. Late fall and winter, definitely want to run the screen air filter. You'll notice the performance difference. And remember, a happy saw is a clean saw. So how clean this thing is. It looks like brand new. I mean, I don't lend it out. You can see inside there. Look how clean this thing is. Pretty much after every use, she gets blown out. You know, and then I pressure wash it every now and then. Pressure washing, it's fun because you don't want to get water on the carburetor, so you gotta make sure your top is on. I write my stuff onto the saws. I write my information on them right onto the saw. She idles at, top speed 2,500 RPM. 12,500 RPM. So what I'll do is I'll take my tiny tack and I'll set it up on here and hold this thing wide open throttle and get it up to that speed. And then I check the idle, and when she's idling, she should be at 2,700. Got the specs right out of the book. I write down what it takes for a spark plug, the different types of chain and all that type of stuff, the pitch and the file size, and 4-to-1. And then you can see up top there's two types of chains that you can run on this thing. The 325, that's on my other bar. This is the logger bar. This is the 3/8. So for the 3/8, I go with the 21 LP 78. 78 is the link number. So just a couple of things I do. So I figured I'd do a quick video on it, show off my what do you call it there, saw, and I show you right here. I write the adjustments on what they are. Right on there, the high is set on the Husqvarna 50 to 55 ranches. The high idle is set to 1 3/4 or 1 1/4, and then the low is also 1 1/4, 1 1/4. So that's what I have both of those set to, and that's what I was recommended in the book. So that's pretty much it. I just figured I'd give you guys a quick little show what's going on and do a quick little video. It's almost Christmas time. We've been decorating like crazy. I'll shut some lights off in here. Let me see. I got the got the roof all lit up. Oh, it's crazy. The whole house is lit up. Socks. Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. We even have a little Christmas tree in the house. Let's see. I got my stuff. A little Christmas tree on the side over here. Windows are all decorated. Everything's all decorated. We even got the little fireplace going. The Santa Claus. Got lights everywhere. Lights everywhere. Big TV. Got the lights. I like the ones on the ceiling. They're my favorite. I'm going right around the kitchen. So, anyway, I just figured I'd do a quick little video with you guys and show you guys what's going on. And show off my little saw. So, and remember, these things right here pump out about 3.2 horsepower. This particular 55 Rancher. And it's definitely got some grab to it. I like the 55 Rancher. Unfortunately, it's not considered a professional saw. But it's got the magnesium casing like you would find on a professional saw. And, you know, there's just a whole bunch of professional stuff on this saw. But it's only a 12,500 RPM saw. Could I get more out of it? Absolutely. Am I going to? Nope. It's perfect the way it is. It cuts like crazy. It's just a torquey motor. So, but anyway, guys, that's all I had for you guys for tonight. I figured I'd do a quick little Husqvarna video, show you guys that you know, check your saws, because there might be another air filter assembly that'll help you out in the winter, especially you guys doing the forestry. This time of year, you guys would be hitting that stuff hard out in the you know, cutting trees back for the storms. I know around here we have a lot of arborists, and they're always hitting storms. So check and see if your saw has an availability of a mesh filter. That's the regular fabric one there, the felt. That's the mesh. Big difference in them too. One's it's just like a plastic mesh, and then open up your little door there to let the heat in there, and you'll find that this saw will perform a lot better during the winter for you. And it's amazing what you can, you know, just with those little adjustments. And I run a 40-to-1 mix. Is there a difference between do I notice a difference between 40-to-1 and 50-to-1? Answer to that is absolutely not. There is no difference in the way it performs. It torques up just the exact same. The only thing is, I'm getting more oil. And the more oil I get, I'm using a good quality oil. That's the first step. Use a good quality oil. And, excuse me, I'm tired. Use a good quality oil and a good quality gas, I use mid-range on it, like a 87 octane. You can run premium if you want. I don't do that type of saw cutting to require premium. But some of my stuff does. So on occasion I mix premium, but I try to go with the mid-grade fuel. And Saul loves it. So if you guys have any questions on your saws and performance tuning and all that type of stuff, by all means, please send them my way. And remember, when you're adjusting your carburetor, your L is your low speed. So this is going to be from your idle to about a quarter throttle. After a quarter throttle, then you're going to adjust your high side. Okay? And just turn it in and out about a half a turn in either direction, and then you'll be able to adjust it from there. Okay? So decompression. This thing's awesome. This thing is just unbelievable. The compression on this thing is high. So that's why I had to put the decompression in there. I put all the new updated engine components on this thing. This thing is just absolutely a monster. I love it. So, I even put the starter rewind. I even bought the sticker for this thing. But, yep. I bought this from Agway. Piece by piece. The tank, the crankcase, everything. Put this thing together. It was awesome. I loved it. Also, too, if you guys find your saws running a little hard and it keeps stalling out and you've adjusted it, these saws are very common. Inside here, inside the exhaust, there's a screen. See that screen? That screen right there plugs up. And you just undo that screw right there. And it'll pop out. And most chainsaws have that screw. And it doesn't matter if you're running a 40-to-1 or a 50-to-1. They will build up with soot. And that soot will rob you of performance. And to clean it, use a propane torch. Just heat it up. Hold this part right here with a pair of pliers and take a propane torch and burn it off. And it literally will glow, and then all the stuff will melt off, and you get your power back. Couple performance things on that, So, well, that's it for me. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Gotta drive my big truck tomorrow. So, anyway, guys, have a good night. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. 195 subscriber guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for commenting. Thank you guys for sharing them. I try to put out as much stuff, more so on the weekends, but we're coming up on Christmas time, so I'm kind of lagging on that. I apologize. I do have some videos after Christmas. I'm doing the first video is going to be on the brakes on the Kawasaki's. I'm trying to get some stuff together for another bike. We're going to be doing some diagnostics on engines. I have a bunch of engines. I have that one that came off of the, the motor I used for the testing it for the 12 volt. That had some problems with it, so we're going to fix some problems on that from the clutch and all that type of stuff. So we got some stuff. We got a lot of stuff on that. We got my yellow bike that'll be coming in the house after Christmas. That'll be doing the cylinder on that. That's going to be bored out. That's also going to be a, the L102 build. And yeah, we got some stuff going on, guys. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, by all means, please send them my way. Thanks again.